Dave, just journaling. I'm doing well. I had a little blips in the screen this week, and it's fine. I'm learning to have kindness and passion for myself. And I was listening to um, Courage to be Disliked again. And the third time I listened to it, and actually, I got a lot out of it this time. I'm learning to listen to some positive audiobooks that I have that I like a few times to get stuff out of them. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to get, or not a couple tries, but a couple listens to get stuff out of it. And it made sense this time too. A lot of that I over didn't hear last time I listened to it. And I'm learning basically nobody has to like me. I'm fine with that. But I hate two-faced people, and it's it is what it is. I'm not the only one. And one thing I'm doing now is I got a my dresser, I have mirrors, and I've been taping like positive quotes, or like one I have is trust the process. You can do it. And I'm not the only one going through this, so that helps too. Is I'm not the only one going through it. There's stuff that people are going through that's worse than what I'm going through. So I'm learning. Everybody has blips of screen. Nobody's perfect. So I'm learning, and I've come a long way. So I'm grateful the journey that I've taken, it, and I'm grateful for where I live because I learned to love myself being here, and I can say I actually love myself and I care about myself and I like the journey that I have because it's my journey. It's nobody else's journey, and I got to go through it alone. Nobody's going to help. Nobody can. Nobody may because they don't know what I'm going through or what I'm feeling, and that's what's changed with me is nobody can help because nobody knows what I'm going through or what I feel because that's part of life, and nobody knows what the other person's feeling or anything either. So it's both ways. But I'm growing and getting stronger, getting better, and I've come a long way, and I've learned basically a lot being where I'm being that I can do a lot on my own. I can do things on my own, and that's where I'm learning that I could do a lot on my own. At one point, I had couldn't do much on my own, and I'm learning I can do a lot on my own. I can make phone calls now that I couldn't make before. I do that. I can do a lot that I never knew I could do until where I ended up that I could do a lot on my own. And I was basically had no choice but to do a lot on my own. And it's we have good staff now. We have good staff, but at one point people were leaving and coming, going, and stuff. So basically, had to do. I had to do what I could do on my own, and that's what I learned. And one thing I'm learning is words are like spells. What you say to yourself, your mind will believe. So that's what I'm learning. So I'm trying to word things in a positive way instead of a negative way. But one thing I have a problem with is it's a working progress. I'm getting better with it the more I work on it. But like where I live, it's there's no negative stuff right now, but there is a lot of negative. But like it's not even going on, and my mind's replaying it, replaying it, replaying it, and that's what I'm working on. Is like Dave, calm down. It's not going on right now. You don't have to worry about it. It's not a big deal. So I struggle with that, playing old drama in my head, and I'm learning basically to be friends with ego, because ego's there to protect me, but he doesn't need to protect me from what he thinks is attacking himself. So I'm learning to be patient with myself and kindness and passion for myself because this is a whole new journey that I'm on, and I've gotten along a lot better, and I'm learning baby steps are better than no steps. So, and I'm learning that I have some cope skills that I'm learning not too many coping skills. You don't want too many, but you want the right amount, and that's what I'm learning. And I got the right amount. Like the one I use now, I just the rubber band on the wrist and you snap it. That does help. And the breathing techniques I use, but the problem is sometimes I get so beating myself up so quick that I don't have time to think of it. And that's the problem I have. It's so quick sometimes. I'm like, whoa, whoa. But I'm learning every little time I catch myself is better because I've noticed like today I got upset and I was starting to belittle myself. I'm like, nope. It took a while, but I did stop and I got caught myself. So I didn't. Then later on, when I got up, I did because I'm in the process of trying to quit smoking. I went 3 days without a cigarette. Then I bought a pack or two. Then so it's a going process. I'm still learning basically that I've never tried to quit smoking in like 40 years. So as good as I'm doing it, I'm good, happy with it because it's just a learning experience. And I don't know if any of this makes sense. If somebody gets anything out of this, I hope so. If they don't, they don't. But like I said, one thing I'm a big believer in is positive audiobooks, positive YouTube videos. I've been learning a lot, like I said, about ego and our thoughts aren't who we actually aren't our actual thoughts because we think I think it's 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day we think of. And I was like, wow, that's a lot. But I'm learning just to challenge what I think sometimes. And some, like I said before, sometimes it's so quick I don't think of challenging them. But then when I catch myself and I'm like, Dave, that's already happened. You don't have to worry about that. That's already happened. So I'm learning just to go with it. And if I catch myself after a little bit, that's fine because I'm still learning. And I've gotten along a lot better with it. I don't really beat myself up as much as I used to. I used to do it for hours on end. Now it might be like 5 minutes or a couple of minutes or a minute or two. So I've come a long way with that. I don't beat myself up. And one thing I'm learning, like, there's no need to hold grets or anything because the people that we're holding the grets on don't even care. So they're not holding it. So like I learned in Buddhism and philosophy and all that, like holding resentments is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm learning not to hold the grudgements or anything, and I just getting better with it, a lot better with it. But the problem I work struggle with is my mind goes back to the negativity that's already over, and it could be weeks over. My mind will bring it back up. It's like, just relax, Dave. That was a week ago. It's not a big deal. Or a year ago. That's no big deal. Or it'll make things up that's not even going on. So I'm like, just relax. It's not a big deal. Take your time. You'll be okay. So I'm learning to have kindness and passion with myself through the positive audiobooks. And like I said, the one I'm listening to now is The Courage to Be Disliked. And that actually makes a lot of sense. Being the courage to be disliked. Not everybody likes everybody, and nobody has to like anybody, and nobody has to like me, and I'm fine with that. And I wish they taught what I'm learning now in school. I would have been a lot better off then than I am now, but I wasn't meant to learn it then. I'm meant to learn it now, so I'm fine with that. I'm learning what I need to learn when I learn it. So, but and one thing I like, the saying I used to use a lot, is life on life's terms. So this is life on life's terms. And I'm behind on bills, but they all came in at one time, so doctor bills. So I'm like, I'm not the only one going through this. Other people got to deal with it, so why make a big deal about it? Everybody's got to deal with it their own way, and I'm learning that helps me a lot is knowing that other people are going through what I'm going through, so it's doesn't make it like it's anything personal because other people got to deal with it. That helps me too, realizing other people are going through what I'm going through. So I'm like, well, why worry about it? Other people got to deal with it too. So I'm not the only one. And that's one of the things I wrote down. I'm not the only one going through this. And that helps too. Knowing that there's other people not suffering, but dealing with what they got to deal with too. So it makes me feel, okay, I'm not unique. Everybody got to deal with it. And that helps too. Knowing I'm not unique. And nobody's unique. Everybody's got to go through the same stuff at a certain point of their life. But like I said, if this makes sense, I hope. If not, I'm not sure. So, but that's it. Just had to vent, kind of vent. And I don't know if this, like I said, I don't know if this makes any sense or not, but that's it. Bye.